Hi, welcome to In Bed with Natasha. I've got my special guest, XXY. I was going to say XXXY. It's
a bit more of a mouthful, yeah.
Yeah, do people say that?
They do, but it's much easier to say XXY rather than going XX.
It sounds a lot cooler, XXY though, but I don't know how the Italians are going to handle that, to be honest. I don't know what the translation, triple X Y would be a bit strange, but actually you're Rupert really.
In real life, yeah.
In real life, but we don't really like to be in real life, do we?
No, not really.
I mean, how much of your life is real anyway?
Last 3 years, not a lot of it, no, really. 4 years maybe now, yeah, 4 years.
Well, you're in Milan tonight, luckily because you're actually playing at Punks or Prada, which is a club night. We've invited you over to play because you're considered one of the most interesting DJs, producers about right now. That's good. That's a good word to use.
That is a great word to use. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'd rather be interesting than boring. So.
Oh yeah, well definitely. Well, boring wasn't even coming in. Well, but you're based in you're from the UK, from Manchester, and you're based in Berlin. You're telling me.
I am based in Berlin. I live in Neukölln. I've been there for nearly 3 months now.
Okay.
So it's a fairly recent move.
It's only 3 months that you've been in.
Yeah, only 3 months.
Okay, so you're literally just arrived.
Fresh and baby faced.
Oh, so what influenced you mainly to move over to Berlin?
Like my contract was coming up at my flat in London, and I had a decision to make, like what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. And like rental prices in London are just crazy right now. If you want to live somewhere nice and central. And then I went to play at Panorama Bar and stayed a few days and hung out with my friends there, and I was like, I could just move here and it'll be fine. And it was really easy.
Did you have a lot of friends there already in Berlin?
Yeah, I've got loads of friends there already. They're all DJs or working music or whatever. So.
Do you think there's a more interesting music scene for electronic music or dance music in Berlin than there is in, for instance, London or Manchester today?
No, I don't think so. There's always a great scene in London. There's always going to be a great scene in London because there's just so many people and there's so many clubs and so many different nationalities and cultures. But it's easier to be in Berlin and make music and make a living out of it. So it's not more interesting. But there's a lot more producers around. There's a lot more people to everyone's quite closer together.
So it's like, do you think people help each other out more on the scene?
Yeah, I think because people are closer together. I didn't really hang out with kind of DJs in London.
Okay.
They were all spread out. And everyone moved to Peckham, I don't know why.
Yeah, no, because that's that's a hot spot now, isn't it, in London?
Yeah.
Because they thought it was cheaper, I suppose. But
yeah, it was cheaper, but now it's not
really.
It's different.
The moment London, anything's cool, it's like straight away expensive, basically.
Yeah, but so I didn't really have many people to kind of bounce stuff off, whereas now I just see someone producers or DJs every day, and I can talk to them about stuff and bounce ideas.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you consider, DJ is for a living, but also producing?
Yeah, I started, I started DJing and I didn't have decks for a while, so I wasn't really buying music or DJing, but I started producing instead. So I've always had both. I always really enjoy DJing. Producing is something completely different. It's kind of, for me, it's like something that I do for me.
Yeah.
Really. And then it's amazing that other people like the music and I put it out there. So they're both important.
Right now there's such a kind of, I hate to use that word, but there is a trend in the dance music scene right now. It just feels like DJs are gods right now, really. And if you're doing something interesting, people are getting paid loads of money, travelling around the world. It's an exciting time for who's doing it. Realistically, is it going to be are there too many people? Is it starting to feel like, oh my god, this is going to explode? Or there's always going to be a big dance music scene that's going to get bigger?
It's this is the overground people, the big kind of commercial stuff.
Yeah.
There seems to be lots of that, and lots of, that's always going to be there. But there seems to be loads of people doing it now, indie music was really cool in the 90s and whatever.
Yeah.
There are loads of people in bands,
yeah.
and now there's loads of Greta and whatever.
People don't seem to care about live bands so much anymore.
I'm sure it's going to come back.
Yeah, because I've been talking about people saying that's going to come back.
Yeah,
live
I'm sure
music's
it will.
going to come back. And as a producer though, how do you see your work, what you're doing? What is it you'd like to do with that?
Well, I would like to do an album. I also really want to produce some pop music, and I've kind of been dabbling in it. And
okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, well, it's just people approached me and just I kind of worked on some stuff. Nothing ever really happened with it.
What, for other like singers?
Yeah, for singers, and like they'd come with like ideas, and we'd like fill it out and make a song out of it.
Yeah.
And that was really fun, and I'd do that more, but it would probably be much easier if I was in London to do that.
Okay, so you could be the next David Guetta.
Oh God, no.
What do you think though about like these superstar DJs like that?
Well, they're always gonna kind of be around. I remember like the super club, super DJs of the 90s, and that's when I was getting into dance music, and they're always like, you know, it's not something I'm into. That's always going to be there, and the underground stuff.
They're great performers, though, I suppose, aren't they?
They put on a
That's what they
great
do.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's about, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
in the moment where like live is taken, it's like dance music's taken over in the big clubs, and it's like about performance. So you grew up in Manchester, so you know there was like a huge music scene going on there. So
there
who
was,
were you influenced by?
Was influenced more by the nights I was going to rather than like specific acts and DJs. There's like the electric chair, which was at the Music Box, which is now at Tesco's.
Really?
Yeah.
God.
And Sankey's, which is actually still going. Which was like going there, I think tribal sessions.
Yeah.
Just go out and just be out all night having a great time, and they were really like influential on me, on like the records I go and buy and whatever. But I never really like had idols, like someone I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Were you into like live music, like musicians?
Yeah, I used to be in a band, and I was, you know, we played shows, and I used to go loads of gigs.
What do you play exactly? What instrument?
I played guitar and sang. It was bad, but we did a few
I
shows.
can't like see that. You got anything on YouTube?
I think this was pre-YouTube, so I don't think there's anything to share. Yeah, I've been saved. I don't think there's any videos. There's probably like a CD somewhere.
Was it like indie music or something?
Yeah, it was. It was kind of weird and like stoner rock kind of stuff. It was just not great. But,
so what pushed you to get into dance music?
Well, I always enjoyed making music, but I was terrible at being in bands, because I'd be like, I'd have my idea, and I wouldn't want like anyone else to fuck around with it. So they'd get pissed off with me, and I'd be like, no, do that. And then got more into electronic music, and I was like, well, I can just make this on my own. I don't have to tell anyone what to do. I can just do it all myself. And then that was, you know, I was just like, oh wow. And then it was just like the more and more I got into it, I just started.
So then the DJing kind of like developed from that, basically, from.
Yeah, well, I'd always DJ at home, but it's kind of like pretty bad. But once people were like going to my music, they wanted me to come out and play. I started taking it more seriously and, you know, really practice and whatever. It's not like the hardest thing in the world to do.
Even I DJ. Like, there's not many girls who do that as well. It's not though, but there are people that are not good. I mean, what I think about DJs is there's a lot of people that when they DJ they think I'm just going to play whatever I want. Yeah. And that's a lot, but you do have to to read the crowd.
There's certain push and pull. You've got to give them some stuff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, play some stuff which might be a bit out there.
Yeah.
Because like my tastes are fairly varied, but I can't launch into like a super like heady kind of like underground vibe straight away. It might kind of.
Do you think in Berlin people are more receptive to DJs doing their own thing and having their own style and not compromising?
Yeah, I think so. But people just go out and, you know, it's whatever. If you go to certain clubs, you know what you're in for. Like if you're going to go to Watergate, it's going to be completely different if you go to Panorama Bar or whatever.
Where do you prefer to play?
I would love to play at Panorama Bar every weekend. It's brilliant. The atmosphere.
What makes it so special? Just the atmosphere?
Yeah, just people the whole atmosphere, and people are just doing their own thing, and they can do whatever, and people just leave them alone, you know.
Yeah. You're
not really used to that in like British clubs. There's too many idiots like bouncing around, but they're like, you know, you get treated as an adult once you get in the door. Just go and do whatever you want.
You're free to do what you want. But maybe is it that the fact? I mean, do you think there's more drugs?
No, I think there's loads of drugs in London.
Different type of drugs, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just a different attitude to going out. I guess if your night ends at 4 a.m, you're going to get like as fucked up as possible. Then, whereas if you're, you know, if you don't have to leave the club for 2 days, and
you can just take it slowly and do what you like, as you said, and like move
relax
around.
And
Exactly. So have you? What's the worst DJ gig you've ever played then?
I don't think I've done some terrible ones. There's been somewhere like people just haven't turned up, and it's not great. But
like empty dance floors. How do you deal with those?
I just
pull through it, plough through it.
Plough through it, yeah. Just keep going, do whatever.
So what are you going to be playing tonight then? What's your set going to be?
I'm not sure yet.
Do you have a style? I mean, people describe, you're doing the garage sound they talk about. Basically, people. Would you consider yourself describe yourself?
I did some kind of garagey stuff, and it was like swung house music, and I have some more kind of acidy stuff that's coming out soon. It's all kind of fairly varied. I enjoy all of it. I can still play garage stuff if I wanted to. But it'd be proper garage, not my crap.
A proper garage set. I don't know how would that go down.
No, I'm not sure. I
do you reckon the Italians be up for it?
I don't know.
Playing a Halloween party tonight. Behave.
No, I play and not don't play like that. No.
Listen, we want to thank you so much for coming
No
to bed,
worries.
and we're looking forward to getting off the bed and having a dance later.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No worries.
Thanks.
Yes.
Bye.